Watching college softball on the SEC Network. We're back in Starkville, Mississippi for Game 2 of a Friday day-night doubleheader as Mississippi State, the 18th ranked team in the country, continues to host #1 Texas on campus at News Park in Starkville.
There's a whole lot of talent between these two teams and a lot of opportunity for a lot of fun.
A first out is recorded as Maloney grounds out. Can become more consistent against conference hitting. Then all of a sudden the Bulldogs have a really good 1-2 punch in the circle. Strike 3.
Freshman season and just a massive improvement.
And a ground ball out to Edwards, who throws the first in time. 1-2-3. Everett retires Texas in the top of the first. In the circle, facing this Bulldog lineup is the senior right-hander Mac Morgan. First pitch, and the ball is bounced right back to her in the circle, and she throws the first, and quickly Sacco is retired. I'm not even sure. Top 10 in team ERA nationally and top 5 in the SEC as Barbary gets the first hit of the night. She lines one.
Nonetheless, gets on first, and got to be careful if you're Texas.
That's a hard hit ball by Blaine, all the way to the wall. Stopping at third, barely diving back. Oh, she's not there in time. Great job by Texas to get the ball back in on the infield. Barbary fast enough, and Texas made her pay for the mistake.
And just a great hit from Blaine, gets it over the head of Bennett. And this is a really good play from Stewart at third. Just Barbary kind of trips, good tag. Really, in that scenario, what do you have to lose?
There you see Mike White in a Texas dugout. The walk is issued, so State with the shortstop Edwards.
Kind of took some time before they got into that starting lineup, but wow, this year they've made it count.
That ball is a little looper that bounces right in front of Scott at second. Graham to that proverbial next level.
Oh, you take a look at everything she's done on that list we just saw. Good play there, but you take a list at that, or look at that, you can add.
But most SEC teams win a bunch of games pre-conference. And so there were still some questions, even though as Styles makes that play at first, and there are 2 gone on 2 ground balls on the infield.
He had a loss against Northwestern State, and then a couple of more losses real early on.
Swing and a miss. Delaney Everett is dealing early in this one. No score in Starkville. Coach for 5 years. I mean, he's been coaching now for 15, 16 seasons. That ball is grabbed by the shortstop. Nice job off the bat of Morgan Bernardini.
Everything hit to shortstop just kind of feels like it's floating.
Sosa hits one high, hits one deep to the wall. It is going to be gone. Leaping at the wall, Maloney almost grabbed it, but Sosa sends it just a few inches over her glove. And the Bulldogs are on the board first as Sosa gets her team leading 9th home run of the season.
It's a big confidence boost for Lexi Sosa and Mississippi State. Kind of recently in SEC play has been in a bit of a hitting slump and gets all of this one. We mentioned it in game 1. Anything opposite field should worry you if Lexi Sosa is at the plate, and that's why.
The Bulldogs have been really also in the second. It's like deja vu here. Hull hits one off the glove of Stewart. Throw to first, though, is still there in time. Good job to recover by Stewart. She took that ball, though,
ahead of her.
As does Morgan Styles. High fly ball deep into the Starkville night. Morgan Styles, 2 home runs on the night. And the Dogs are on top 2-0.
You said it, the freshmen, both freshmen in this case. Morgan Styles absolutely launches this one, gets all of it, sends it to left center field, and what a pretty swing. big time effort from the hitters for Mississippi State in this second inning.
And that's going to be it for Texas, who's not started by Tegan Cavan anyway. And there's the strikeout recorded by Gutierrez. And that will end the inning. State, though, scores 2 runs on Stewart, the sophomore, batting over .360 on the year. Hits one out to Stiles behind the bag at second. And Stiles off of one hop throws to first in time to get the out.
Morgan Stiles is doing it all. Game
is hitting just 5 points below 400. Rosebud, Arkansas. Lines one to the glove of Stiles. 2 as well. Oh, almost hit her. That's a swinging third strike. The ball, though, gets away from Blaine. And Bennett's going to hustle down to first base. That one. The leadoff hitter in the lineup at the plate. A .472 hitter. Swing and a miss on a ball that was down and in. Everett gets her 4th strikeout of the ball game. And the nub of the bat, but 3-2 the count. That's a 4-hopper out to short. Gloved and thrown to first in time. Not an easy play by Leanne Good. 2 in the first and 2 in the second. And that's going to be hit number 5 of the ball game as Blaine pulls one over the head of Stewart into left.
Man, we kind of talked about it earlier. You're getting in a day maybe that won't hit it the deep ball consistently, but they can hit it.
That ball gets away from Atwood. Taking off for second and reaching there, standing up is Blaine. And the Dogs have a runner on in scoring position, less than 2 outs. A full count to Edwards. And she draws the walk, so that'll be a walk issued. First one issued by Gutierrez. And State playing 2 games today because tomorrow appears to be a total washout. So that ball gets away from Atwood and a very alert bit of base running by the freshman. High fly ball, should be caught. Will it be deep enough to bring the run home? Yes, it will. Good job by Sells to get that ball hit into the air. That's great situation. There's the Bulldog head coach. Had a great visit. That ball is lined right to the second baseman, Scott, making her first ever start there.
Solo shots. You're probably wishing there was some base runners on.
High fly ball. Going back is Bernardini, and she makes the catch over the shoulder as Caden Henry gave it a ride. These 2 teams are both really good, and the team that makes the fewest mistakes is going to win. That ball is crushed to center field and gone. And the Longhorns are on the board. Mia Scott hits one to the deepest part of News Park. And they will get on the board, and they have cut State's lead down to 2. It's 3-1.
That's something that Texas needed desperately. The top of the lineup just has not had a good day, and Scott finally gets all of this one and just crushes it towards center field, and kind of saw this in game 1. State gets out to a lead, and Texas puts a little rally together. We'll see if they're
0 for 1 so far in the game. She hits one high in the air, stays on the infield though. Second baseman calls for it. Stiles makes the catch, and there are 2 gone as Atwood is retired. Up, that was in the second. Hits one off the glove, backhanded by Stiles. Throw to first though will not be in time. Great job to hustle up the line to first. And now the tying.
I think we saw Sarah Phillips down there too. I mean,
pop up. Stiles calls for it and makes the play. So Stiles records several outs in that half inning. The Dogs on Sosa is now facing the reliever, Gutierrez. That ball right off the end of the bat. Going to be a difficult play, but Scott, I think, misread that initially. It took a weird hop, but
yeah,
still have walk again. The payoff pitch, and it misses outside. Oh no, a delayed strike call. Oh man.
I think you got to see where the ump's coming from.
High fly ball should be caught though, and is caught 2 steps in front of the track by Henry. And State is retired in order. They lead Texas.
Has done really well, just kind of has been limited to innings. And I think it might be kind of a youth thing, still a sophomore. Why would you not go to the senior and Raylan Chafin and the way that she's
of the season and her team's 29th victory of the year. The tying run at the plate now for Texas. Good bunt laid down. Throw to first is there in time as Styles covers the bag just in the nick of time.
Mitch, and now 1 out, you advance her and trying to score a run.
That ball is hit over the head of Sacco, but she recovers in time to make the catch. My goodness, the speed defensively of Sierra Sacco to rob an extra base hit away from Maloney. Ashton Maloney, leadoff hitter in the order, lines one right to Sacco, and the inning will come to a close. The Longhorns will One thing I forgot to mention to you last half inning was that Ella Wesolowski entered the game for State at catcher. Oh, Sacco didn't know what to do with that one. A beautiful pitch, uncharacteristic night for Sacco. High fly ball off the bat of Barbary. Scott calls for it, she makes the catch. And there are 2 gone. Double in the first, a single in the third. Was left stranded though both times. Hard hit ball off the glove of Good. That rolls out into center field. Make it.
How dangerous of a player she's become throughout the course of the season.
That ball is going to drop in right on cue. Edwards hits one hard. A line drive into center field. And the Bulldogs have 2 on the bases of the ball game. That ball is going to be stabbed at third by Stewart. Throw to first is there in time. And that will end the inning. So Stewart
could be, but she has been one heck of a pitcher this season.
To her credit, one of the things she does really well as Henry hits one on a rope out to right field. A big leadoff six. Oklahoma's played more games. But the Bulldogs right now, just the 1 loss. Runner takes off, throw down, not quite in time. Really good stolen base there by Henry. That'll be her 23rd stolen base on the season. She
showing the sign of let's look at it. I'm not convinced. I think that's going to stay.
Yeah, she's safe. So good call. Scott is the batter. She's 1 for 2 tonight. Had a home run her last time up. Hits one to Hull. The only plays at first. And Hull gets the out there. Advancing over to third is Henry. So far for Atwood. Still batting over 400 on the year. Lines one into the outfield. That will drive in the run. State's lead has been trimmed to 1. It's 3-2 and still just 1 out. Grounder. Throw to second. Tag applied, yes. Boy, Edwards out into foul territory her last time up in the 4th. Runner takes off for second. Throw gets away. Runner takes off for third. Wallace will now stand at third base. Tying run. Just feet away on a ball that into the home half of the 6th. Excuse me, swing. Someone's got to get to first base in time, and she does! Riley Hull dives to the bag just in time. I would imagine we're going to see a review of this. Bang, bang play.
I couldn't see who it was. Came running out of the dugout for the challenge And I think Riley Hull's glove gets there. Just
Yeah.
a hair
Yeah,
sooner.
that was
Deal with a rally from Texas, and now they get their chance to put more on the board.
Bernardini. A slow roller over to third, and she beats the throw. That was a slow-moving bouncer that took one extra bounce. Pinch runner, Keilani Sells at first. Hull in the on-deck circle. Oh, swing and a miss. Big strikeout there for Gutierrez. Her 4th K in relief.
Back to that, take a look at what she did in game 1, and you don't put her in unless you feel confident.
Runner takes off for second. A strike him out, throw him out. Beautifully executed by Texas.
Pretty well, so the challenge continues, and I think it's going to be a fun final 3 outs here.
Yeah, it's Stewart, Mitchell, Bennett. Due up, swing and a miss. Strikeout from Chafin. In the lineup. Reached. Oh, high fly ball, deep, and we are tied. Texas has come back again to tie it up in the 7th inning, down to their last 2 outs. And it's Mitchell who hits a moonshot off of Chafin to knock this game up at 3.
We talk about it, just because it's the bottom of this Texas lineup doesn't mean that they can't hit. This is exhibit A of what they can do. And Mitchell we've seen a couple from Texas. When they hit the deep ball, they're hitting it dead center field at the deepest part of the park. And just like Texas of the call, just not that time.
Excuse me, swing. Throw to first, won't be in time. That right there is slap hitting 101. Just hit it to an infield single. And now Maloney and Henry are due up. That's a ball lifted into left. Gonna drop in for a single in front of Keilani Sells. Ground ball through for a base hit. Rounding third is Bennett. She will come home. No throw, and Texas has come all the way back. And they've taken the lead at 4-3.
A team that's just going to stick around finally starts to collect some hits, puts it all together, and just like that, able to put 2 on the board in the top of this 7th inning, and still just 1 away. Good play in center field though from Sierra Sacco. Thought about trying to make that throw home, instead holds back, doesn't let
It's
that.
just a blown call there. Hard hit ball deep to left. It is going to be gone, and Texas has broken the game wide open. A 3-run home run off the bat of Scott, her 2nd home run of the game. And the Longhorns offense has erupted in the seat.
I'm not sure the strike really matters now. This one just sent way back. And just like that, Texas with a pretty
Grounded out in the 2nd, popped out in the 4th before breaking through with that RBI single last inning. There she goes. Straightaway center field. Hard hit ball. And Atwood now is 2. The 2-2 from Lexi Sosa. High fly ball. Not very deep though. Sacco underneath it. She makes the catch for out number 2.
took a while, but
in a major way, showing why they've been able to win so many games this year against good teams. Fly ball to center field. Sacco catches it, and that'll end the inning. Texas scores 5.
So a chance, but Texas really trying to shut the door in the top of the 7th.
Ground ball gets through. Throw to first is wild. Styles will stay put at first base.
Part 2. Styles, no, but doesn't really matter now. She's already on base, but you get a couple of seniors, couple of juniors, and just like that, you get 2 on.
It looked like Gutierrez did not.
That sounds like a video game.
Right? If she can preserve the lead for Texas, it would be her 5th career save, but her first this season as Barbary chases the rise ball.
2 in that first game, and now with where they're at in the lineup, Blaine going 0 for 3.
Yep.
again, a strikeout there. Barbary only went 1 for 3. You wonder if they're yeah, you look at Barbary, Blaine, and Edwards in game 1 when a combined 2 for 9. No walks.
Ground ball. This could be it. Throw to first is there in time. Edwards says she was safe. And hold on, everything. The call is out. If it stands, Texas wins. Oh,
she might be safe.
No,
she's not.
Yeah,
there it is. Yeah,
she's out. Texas, a come-from-behind victory. The Longhorns split the doubleheader after dropping a close one to the Bulldogs in game 1. They score 5 in the 7th to take game 2. What a great day of softball here in Starkville.
Yeah, great gutsy effort win from Mississippi State in game 1, but Texas is number 1 for a reason. You see the resilience. They didn't give up. They stuck around, and when it mattered, they were able to put some runs on the board in the final inning. And